Namaste, friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren Bentley. Every Monday and Friday, I offer you brand new yoga videos. So, and this is Pork Chop, my special senior pup. Love him so much. If you enjoy all things yoga, healing, wellness, mindfulness, I would love if you could give this channel a subscribe, a like, maybe share this video with somebody that you love. And my hygge tree has been taken down. My cat would not stop messing with the lights and the branches, but I have been given this beautiful brand new backdrop, and I'm super excited about that. I'm calling today's class a therapeutic vinyasa because that was what was named by one of my students when I did this in person at my studio at Hoffman Yoga in Medina, Ohio. So we're calling it Therapeutic Vinyasa Flow. I hope that you enjoy it and that it serves your body just as much as it served mine and a few of my students. No props are needed today. There will be a half moon pose. So if you do like a block or a large book, something that can just help to bring the ground up a little bit closer for you, go ahead and have something like that handy. And then without further ado, we're going to begin on our back in Supta Baddha Konasana. Sorry. So Supta Baddha Konasana is bottoms of our feet together with our knees wide. So we'll start just by snuggling our shoulders underneath our heart space and tuck the chin in gently. Placing a hand on the belly and a hand on the heart. With the invitation to begin to soften the eyes. If it feels comfortable for you, you can close your eyes off completely. Start by just feeling the mat beneath you that's holding you and supporting you. Every part of your body be completely held in this moment. As you begin to notice the breath just flowing in and out of the nose. And inviting that breath to deepen, sending the breath into the belly so that you can feel the belly rise and fall beneath the hand. Option to tap into the Ujjayi Breath, that slight restriction in the back of the throat, making your breath audible. Letting your breath assist you in quieting the mind, relaxing the body, and allowing anything that you do not need for this practice just simply float away. And meeting yourself in the space of your heart. Asking yourself what it is that you need in this moment. What are you desiring to feel? And letting this be your intention for your practice. Something to be devoted and dedicated to. And we'll take our hands to the outside of the legs, gently closing those legs up like a book. And taking your feet on the mat, toes pointing out towards the top edge of that mat. We have our ankles under the knees. Taking your arms now to the side body, palms face down. Tucking that chin in still. We'll inhale, press through those heels. Squeeze the glutes. Bridge pose. Gazes down at the belly button, looking down at your shirt as if you spilled something. And then as you breathe out, just slowly lower all the way down, letting the low back kiss the mat. Breathing in, lift, press through those heels, squeeze the glute at the top, knees squeezing in towards one another. Breathing out, lower all the way down. And one more here. Breathing in, lift and squeeze. Breathing out, lower all the way down. On your next breath, go ahead and lift up, taking your weight over into the left foot, and then lift your right foot up high, toes flexing down towards the forehead. Keep pressing through that left heel, squeezing left glute. Right leg stays lifted. Exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift and squeeze. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And once more, lower and lift. Beautiful. Lower all the way down. Right foot meets the left. We'll press into both heels to lift us up, back into that bridge. And then taking weight over to the right foot as you lift left foot high. Flexing those toes down towards the forehead. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Press into that right heel, squeeze right glute. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Final time, lower and lift. Beautiful. Lower everything down. The left foot meets the right. Walk feet out to the edges of the mat and just windshield right those legs a little back and forth. Walking the ankles back under the knees. We'll squeeze our knees into the chest. As your hands wrap around the hamstrings, begin to rock and roll up and down the length of your spine, finding as many rolls that feels good for you. And we're going to meet in a tabletop position. Taking your time to get here. And we'll start first just like curling those toes under. Go ahead and take your bottom back to the heels. Maybe you have to look down and make sure that all those toes are curled under. Getting a nice stretch in the bottoms of the feet. We'll take our hands to heart center, interlace, and just begin to roll out those wrists. So we're getting into the ankles, bottoms of the feet, and those wrists, warming everything up. If this feels really intense on those feet, deepen the breath and just make a conscious decision to begin to find this stretch daily, caring for our precious feet. And then we'll come back through to center, tabletop position, stacking the joints when we arrive. We have our shoulders right over wrists and hips right over the knees. Spread those fingers and begin to flow through a few rounds of cat and cow. We inhale to drop belly and lift the chin, and we exhale to round the spine and tuck the chin to the chest. Let that breath be your guide. Pause where it feels good. Add on extra movements. Just enjoy some really organic movement with your body. Inviting that energy to flow freely. Getting into all those little nooks and crannies of the body. Few more moments here. We'll inhale, begin to come back through to center. Sending your right toes to the back of the mat, keeping them lifted. Feeling all those toes point straight down to the mat. Low belly, floating ribs, hugging in and up, and we'll take our left arm out alongside the ear. Press out of that right hand. Feel yourself with this length and strength here of the body. Inhale. As you exhale, curl it under the body, elbow and knee to touch. Inhale, find that length. Exhale, curl it in. One more here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. Beautiful. Find that length. And then lower everything back down to the mat. Taking it over to the other side, left foot back. Feeling those toes point straight down, hips nice and level. As you're ready, right arm reaches out alongside the ear. Find your length here. Press out of that left hand and then breathe out, elbow and knee to touch. Inhale to find your length. Exhale, curl it in. And one more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. Beautiful. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, release everything down. Walk your hands about half a hand print in front. We'll curl our toes under, hips go up and back to our downward facing dog. Once you arrive in your down dog, just begin to pedal out through those feet, inviting one heel down, followed by the other. Let your fingers spread out wide. Head is heavy. Let your shoulders roll away from the ears. Just finding some organic movement again, breathing some space and expansion into that beautiful body. Notice the earth beneath your hands and your feet. Feel into that connection. Then we'll begin to bend our knees, look forward, and as we exhale, stepping up to the top of our mat, forward fold. Pressing into all four corners of the feet as our upper body drapes over the low body. Shaking your head out, no. Shake it, yes. You can grab opposite elbow for a little rag doll if you like, or just simply trace your fingertips on the mat. We'll inhale, find ourselves a half lift. And exhale, fold. As we breathe in, we'll rise up. Take it nice and slow. When you're folded over for a bit, rising up quickly can often create dizziness, so take your time here. Once you arrive, go ahead and reach your arms up high. Maybe palms touch, maybe a little back bend. And then hands rest, heart center. Feeling your feet rooted down to the earth. Remembering what you are devoted to in this moment. We'll breathe in or reach those arms high. Breathe out, take up space, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Breathing in, rise up nice and tall. Back bend, and then hands come to heart center. Let's take our hands to the low back, interlace. Press those hands away from the body as you roll shoulders down, back body, and open up through the heart. As you breathe out, keep those hands interlaced as you forward fold. Lifting your hands any amount, just keep those shoulders away from the ears. As you inhale, find a hands-free, flat back. And exhale, fold. Hands float up any amount. Let's release those hands down to the mat. Plant your hands and step it back to your first plank. Shoulders over the wrists, low belly in, tailbone down. Hug your elbows in tight. You can drop those knees if you need. Lower all the way down to that belly. Untuck your toes, forehead to the earth. Take your arms behind. Arms along the side body, palms face down. As you breathe in, roll the shoulders back, lift the forehead, shine heart forward. Lift those hands and then lift the feet, locust pose. Really focusing on our length here versus height, and find your breath. And breathe out, release, hands underneath the shoulders, pressing back up into your downward facing dog, either tabletop or plank to get there. Hips up and back, downward dog. Bend those knees, look forward, use your exhale, step or hop, top of mat. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Root to rise, stand tall, arms reach out and up. Hands rest, heart center. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale, plant your hands, step or hop it back and find that flow. You can either take belly to cobra or chaturanga to upward facing dog. Exhaling into your downward dog. Of course, you can always skip the flow as well. Head right into downward dog. You choose your journey and your experience. Bend those knees, look forward. As you exhale, step your feet up wide. Outside of those hands, nice wide-legged fold. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Breathe in, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands rest, heart center. Inhale, arms reach high. Make sure your heels are in, toes spilling off the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Plant those hands and then sink those hips back, coming into that yogi squat. Hands resting at heart center, elbows pressing into those inner thighs. Maybe rock yourself a little side to side. Open up through those hips. Connect with those roots. Beautiful. Plant your hands, step or hop it back and find your flow. Downward dog. Bend those knees last time here. Exhale, step or hop, top of mat. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Breathing in, we stand tall, arms reach out and up. Exhale, hands rest, heart center. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Plant those palms over half of that and find that flow. We'll meet in our downward facing. Pausing here. Find a nice breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Drop that left heel down, inhale, float right leg high. Exhale, squeeze right knee into the nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. And once more, three-legged dog. Exhale, squeeze that knee into the nose, then drop that foot in between those hands. Front knee behind the toes. Find this nice little energetic squeeze with the inner thighs. And inhale, come all the way up as you're ready for a high lunge. Taking hands to heart center, lean upper body forward. Weight goes into the right foot as you lift your left knee high to the chest. Right hand to the left knee. Left arm opens up to the back of the mat. If your balance is feeling really great today, maybe your gaze follows. And then we'll come back through to center. Hands can rest again at heart center as we open that left knee out to the side and then keep following it to take that left foot behind you, arriving here in your warrior two. We're going to start with my back facing you, but not to worry. We'll start first by building that foundation. Peeking down, seeing right big toe, knees behind those toes. Nice front heel to back inner arch connection. Press evenly into both those feet and gaze right up past those fingertips. Feeling super grounded, fierce, and strong. Right hand reaches forward, exhale, peaceful warrior. Left hand, left thigh, right arm reaches overhead. Inhale, exhale, coming into your extended side angle. Right forearm can rest on the right thigh, or maybe you have the space to drop right fingertips down to the mat. Use your core and your feet to come all the way back up to warrior two. And then bring both heels in, toes out. Cactus those arms as you sink straight down into your wide squat. Maybe rock yourself a little side to side to invite those inner thighs to open. And then landing here in stillness. As you breathe out, take that right elbow to the right thigh. Inhale, center. Exhale, left elbow, left thigh. Let's take this side to side. Keep your core nice and firm. We're working those obliques here. One more each side. Keep shoulder blades squeeze down back body. Come through the center, reach arms high. Feet parallel to the short edge of the mat and we'll forward fold. Nice wide leg fold. Let your head be heavy here and then walk your arms out long in front. Walk them as far wide in front as you can. It's as if I was pulling your wrists forward and pulling your hips back at the same time. Enjoy that stretch. We'll walk our hands back underneath the shoulders. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, and begin to walk yourself to face the front of the mat, facing that right foot, pivoting on your feet as you need to come back into a runner's lunge. Left hand plants will reach right arm high, easy twist. And exhale, right hand down. Right foot meets the left at the back of your mat with your option to flow. Downward facing. Taking this to the other side, we'll drop that right heel. Inhale, float left leg high. Exhale, squeeze left knee into the nose. Three-legged dog, breathe in. Breathing out, knee to nose. One more, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant that left foot down. And as you're ready, come all the way up into that crescent lunge. Pause here for a moment. Taking your hands to heart center, lean upper body forward. Weight in left foot, peel your right knee up to the chest. Left hand to right knee, right arm opens up behind you. Maybe looking back, maybe not. Bring that right arm back through to center as you begin to open that right hip out to the side, and then keep following that as you step it behind you for your warrior two. Let's build that foundation first. Just letting yourself completely arrive here. And then once you're ready, peaceful warrior. Exhaling, extended side angle, your version. Inhale, warrior two. Hands to heart, both heels in, toes out. We'll take our arms to cactus, drop everything straight down to that wide leg squat. As you breathe out, left elbow to the left thigh. Inhale, center. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh. Center and left. Center and right. One more each side. Left and right. Beautiful. Stand tall. Feet parallel to short edges of the mat and forward fold all the way down. This time, walk your hands behind you and turn your wrists so they're pointing in towards the body. Maybe you can pull yourself a little bit deeper into that wide-legged fold. Your hands back under the shoulders. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Begin to walk yourself back to that left foot. Bending back into left knee, little runner's lunge. Right hand cleanse, left arm peels up high, easy twist. Exhale, left hand down, left foot back to meet the right. And find that flow. Downward facing dog. We'll bend our knees, look forward as you exhale, step or hop, top of mat, forward fold. Go ahead and lift the heels off the mat, coming up to the balls of the feet. Okay, so we're gonna lift all the way up to stand with our heels lifted the whole time. So really squeeze this muscle to the bone, move as slow as you can. Slow, slow, slow. Coming all the way up to stand. Once you arrive, reach your arms high overhead. Hands touch. And we'll bring them straight down for the midline to come all the way back down for that forward fold. Keeping your heels lifted. Move nice and slow here. Once your hands reach the mat, go ahead and lower your bottom down to the heels for a toe stand. Either your hands can stay on the mat or your hands can rest at heart center. As you begin now to lower down to the heels, lower down to the bottom, and lower all the way down to the back, lifting your legs up high. We'll interlace our hands behind the head, elbows out nice and wide, creating a nice little hammock for your head. And then we'll cross our right ankle over the left. So we're gonna keep it here and really squeeze those inner thighs together. Inhale. As you exhale, lift your heart up towards the ceiling, elbows stay wide, spine stays long. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Be it 8 more. So a full body activation happening here. Squeeze the inner thighs, low back, press down to the earth. Core is firm. Long spine, elbows stay wide. Last 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Release those hands, rest your head. Your ankles stay crossed as you pull your knees into the chest and begin to rock yourself up to stand with that right ankle crossed in front of the left. Use your hands if you need. I definitely have to. And just arrive here however you need. It's okay if it didn't look like mine did. Taking our left hand now to the left corner of the mat or your block as you release that right foot and stacking the shoulders, stack those hips, Hoffman Pose. Flex your right toes out to the long edge of the mat. And if this is feeling pretty simple for you today, maybe you practice lifting that left hand off the mat. Keep breathing. And then we'll begin to invite this right hip to become parallel with your mat as you drop your right hand down, nose down towards left knee as you squeeze right glute. And as you breathe in, standing tall, hold this right knee up with you. Maybe you can do this without tapping your toes down to the mat. Left hand to right knee, right arm opens up behind. Come back through to center, take your right ankle behind you, finding yourself a quad stretch. Right ankle, right heel to the glute as you reach your left hand high. And then take your right hand to the inner arch of that right foot, pressing your foot into the hand as you begin to lean upper body forward into your dancer pose. Keep pressing the foot into the hand. Keep breathing. Find that focus. And breathing in to come all the way up. Lift this left knee with you. As you exhale, right foot meets the left. Let's sit back into our chair pose. Weights in the heels, heart shining forward. And exhale, break free, forward fold. Half lift, breathe in, breathe out. Plant your hands up or hop it back. High to low, upward dog or cobra, downward facing. Final time here. Bending those knees, look forward, exhale, step or hop, top of mat. Once you arrive, head is heavy, lift those heels off the mat, squeeze that muscle to the bone, and slowly begin to rise all the way up to that standing position. Move as slow as you can. Arms float up overhead, hands touch, and exhale, hands travel right down through the midline as you forward fold. Take your time. If you drop the heels, just lift them back up. Meeting yourself where you are. Once your hands are back down to the mat, go ahead and lower bottom to the heels. Toe stand. Again, either hands are down or resting at heart center. Go lower all the way down to the bottom. And then take yourself to our back with our legs lifted. Interlace your hands behind the head, elbows wide. And this time, left ankle crosses over the right. Find that nice inner thigh connection, and we'll crunch. Breathe in here, breathe out to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 8 more, let your breath be your guide. One. Beautiful. Release the head. Knees come into the chest. Ankles still crossed. And rock yourself all the way up to that standing position. Forward fold. Soft bend in both those knees. Right hand to right corner of mat. Release the left foot. Stack the hips. Stack those shoulders. Open it up to your half moon pose. Maybe you practice floating that right hand. And breathing out, left hip points down to the mat as you drop left hand, nose towards right knee, squeeze left glute, standing splits. Inhale to come all the way up to stand. Lift that left knee up with you. Right hand to left knee, left arm opens up behind you. And come through the center, left foot behind, quad stretch. Hand comes to the inner arch of that left foot as you press foot into the hand, lean upper body forward. Dancer pose. Peel that left shoulder back, core is firm. And we'll inhale to stand tall, reach your left knee back up to the chest. And as you breathe out, left foot meets the right, sit back, chair pose. Weights in the heels, heart forward. And breathe out, straighten out through those legs, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Fold, exhale. Plant your hands, step or half it back. And find your final vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Beautiful work. And take a nice breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Let's drop that left heel down. Inhale, float right leg high. As you exhale, squeeze this right knee in towards right elbow, and then place your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Lizard pose. Keep that back knee lifted and walk those hands out to the left side of the mat, finding some length here. Then that right side body and into that right hip flexor. Come back through to center. As you lower down that left knee, You can just stay here on your hands. You can lower to your forearms, or I like to come over onto the pinky toe side of my foot. My knee falls open, and I take my right hand to that right inner thigh and just gently press away, letting that right shoulder roll back. Just doing whatever feels best for you. Release that right hand down or come back up onto the hands, wherever you are. And we'll heel toe this right ankle behind the left wrist. And your left leg goes out long, lowering down, possibly to the forearms, maybe to the forehead for our pigeon pose. Nice energetic squeeze for those inner thighs. And make sure that stretch is in your right hip, okay, not in the knee. If it's in the knee, just bring your foot in closer to the body. Our knee is not supposed to stretch. Take some deep breaths into your right hip. So we hold a lot of stagnant emotions. Allow what is ready to be released from the body. Trust the process. Breathe in, come back up onto the hands if we're not already there. Back toes curl under, right foot meets the left, and a downward facing dog. Taking it to the final side, left leg lifts, exhale, left knee to left elbow. Drop that left foot outside of the left hand. Back knee stays lifted. We walk our hands far over to the right, as far as feels comfortable for us. Walking your hands back through the center, we'll lower down that back knee and find your lizard on this side. Knowing that each side of the body is going to feel completely different. So let yourself meet right here with what you need. Coming back through to center as we walk that left ankle behind the right wrist, pigeon pose. Notice where your mind wants to travel to as we begin to slow down the movement. And you continue to give yourself this gift of the present moment. Deep, full breaths. Breathe in, begin to slowly come back up onto those hands. Back knee lifts, left foot meets the right, downward facing dog. We'll slowly roll forward, dropping our knees down to the mat, big toes together, knees no wider than the edges of your mat. As you walk your arms out long and rest your forehead down to the earth, child's pose. Inhale, begin to lift back up, taking our legs out to one side and coming all the way down to our back. Once you arrive here, we'll just squeeze the knees into the chest and then lift your feet up towards the ceiling. You can stay here in waterfall or if plow or shoulder stand is in your practice, you can come into those as well. And I like to take my hands underneath my low back for a little extra support in waterfall, if that feels good for you. Spine is long, we're protecting that cervical spine, of course. And this pose is always so good for our heart. And it ensures that we're going to be filled up with some really great energy. And so while we're here, let's just take a moment to think about the day we have ahead of us, whether it's just a little bit more of our evening, the whole day, or an afternoon. What do you want to experience? And how do you want to feel within these experiences? The reality you get to create is yours alone. It doesn't matter what's happening around you. You get to choose your experience. Beginning to come out of this as you're ready, pulling the knees back into the chest. Let's wrap our arms around the shins, peel the nose up to the knees, giving yourself a nice big hug. And as you breathe out, we'll release our arms and legs down to the mat. Shoulders snuggled under the heart, chin tucked in slightly. Heart is open, belly is soft. Every finger and every toe completely relaxed. Letting your whole body be held. Release any control you had over the breath. Notice if your mind can be quiet. Shavasana. This is where I will leave you. I invite you to stay here for a few moments or longer if you have the space in your day today. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, I offer mindfulness coaching, and I bridge together body and mind to create a really compassionate container for healing. I am trauma certified and just love to ground it all in the body from the bottom up approach. So all the information can be found in the description below. As I said, please give this channel a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you again real soon. Have a beautiful day.